ArtBar challenges the concept of art viewing and socializing, considering how the body, space, and art interact with each other. Working together as a studio, harboring each individual skill set with those in interior design, graphic design, fashion photography, and contemporary art, we were able to consider from different viewpoints the relationship between art and the interaction between beings such as socializing. We saw a gap in how this interaction exists. Gallery spaces can be very quiet and clinical, but why not be completely engaged with one another while also existing within art? As a collective of artists, we built the space not just considering the body and the role it plays with the space and the artwork, but as well we worked together to design and consider how we can curate the space where all aspects of design functionality are considered an artwork. The furniture or sculptures, the building and installation, lighting and projection, all coming together for the viewers to exist within. It could even be argued that when the viewer interacts with the space, the art, they themselves become part of the installation. The body becomes completely bound to the concept of acting as a studio, creating no lines between the audience, bodies, the art, and space. It becomes completely intertwined with each other. We wanted to converge with art and sociability in an engaging way. Socialization, which can be defined as a case of internalizing the interpretation of the specific social roles supposed to be embraced in the scope of cultural structure, assumes vital significance through its function, also meeting the motives for belongingness within human nature as a social being. Creating a space where socialization, art and culture is completely bound creates a completely new, radical experience for the audience. When the viewer is completely submerged into the environment, it creates conversation and an experience surrounding the discussion of social-political topics, not only from the surrounding interchangeable artists, but from the premise and meaning of the curation of the building installation, creating a larger impact. When the audience are given the opportunity to interact with the artwork and space, there is a sense of identity and belonging created within. Artist Caitlin Matthews' work that is installed within the space, named Feminine Reflection and Feminine Refraction, discusses the sensual, awkward, vulnerable and strong body as if exposed in synchronization. Within these images, they use their body as the tool and an object to create art, a studio. They use their body within these images to discuss their relation to femininity in Western expectations and relationship to their own body. They bend and refract the expectations of femininity by observing the vulnerability of the body's relationship to materials. Light reflecting and refracting abstract effects of obscurity, changing how the body is viewed by the viewer. This concept of the abstract body is carried out throughout the design of the building and fixtures. In the waterfall refreshment space of the bar area, the body is cupped by the bodily forms of furniture, and the viewer is forced to contemplate, is there no end to the continuous movement around the space and curated engagement? This space gives time to the gallery visitor. In the figurative lounge area, the love seat configuration encourages adjacent conversational connections. Taking in open view to communing around the chandelier-lit Cansonesque table, chance meetings are encountered while consuming cocktails and contemporary cuisine. Each section has a space to stay, to sit, to visually contemplate, and leisurely absorb the atmosphere and artwork on show. At first glance, Akil Batul's digital artwork does not appear as entrenched in ergonomy as the work of Savinsky and Matthews, yet the fantasia through geometry, inspired by the structure and shapes within the building, has the avant-garde use of the latest Arduino software. Capturing the motion, light, and movement created by passers-by is sensory manipulated by the passerby. The spectacle of spheres and lines performing an off-kilter mimicry of gesture is a surrealist engagement that is continued into the interactive art walls. The projection is a series of film footage of the feminine body created by Matthews, layered on top of each other, interacting with each other, affecting the way the audience views the body. Each individual layer is different ways the body interacts with light in a playful way. Having the footage projected in a space, forcing the audience to walk through it, creates another level of interaction. Observing the ways their own bodies interact with the projection as the light casts a shadow naturally brings them in collaboration of the artwork, much like the design